We are going to be shiny hunting for Bulbasaur in Generation 2. And then, of course, we are going to be transferring it all the way through to Scarlet and Violet. And then, of course, back to Sword and Shield. Kind of like what we did there with the Charizard. We've already got our shiny Ditto into the daycare. So that's what we've got here currently. Let's go and deposit our Bulbasaur. Hopefully it doesn't also take us 11 hours. We are using a legit game cartridge, of course, with the analog pocket. There is no ROMs or emulation here. We are using the actual hardware to be able to play this game. So that's what we're doing here today. Now, last time we ended up getting shiny Charmander. We actually ended up evolving it all the way through to Charizard. And as you guys know, Charizard had a very unique shiny form. Okay, so we are using the shiny Ditto method, of course, and that is a 1 in 64 chance odds of finding it. Of course, there was no abilities in Generation 2, so we do not have the Flame Body in order to speed up our egg hatching. So this is pretty much 5,120 steps to hatch one egg. Okay, I wonder where our current eggs are at. Okay, it's making sounds, gonna hatch, making sounds. Okay, needs more time. Okay. So we should have 2 eggs hatch here soon. And as long as we can get 2 of the eggs to hatch, we can get some more eggs from the daycare. Hey, Valerio! How's it going there, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Glad you could join us there today. How you doing? Oh, here we go. Egg number 1. This is pretty wicked. Nope, that is a regular Bulbasaur. Ah, it's you. We were raising your Pokemon and we found an egg. We don't know how it got there, but do you want it? Of course. I would love to get a Bulbasaur egg. That's the whole point of the stream. You don't even have to ask. Just throw it. Just chuck the eggs. It's fine. Okay, 2 hours and 6 minutes is what we've been streaming so far. 20 eggs. That's not too bad. 2 hours for 10 eggs. Okay, 21. Is that a different color? I can't tell. I'm gonna have to take a look at it in the. Oh. It does look like a different color though, does it not? Is it a different color? Okay, so this is the regular one. Oh my god, that's not even that crazy. We got it in 21 eggs. That's wild. I'm like, wait a minute. This green looks different than the other green. And it just kind of sneaks up on you. But that's awesome, guys. We got shiny Bulbasaur in 21 eggs. 2 hours, 7 minutes. So what we're going to do here, we're going to take this Pokemon. We're going to send it through Pokemon Transporter to Pokemon Bank, to Pokemon Home. We're going to send it over to Sword and Shield. We're going to get Gigantimax onto the shiny Venusaur that we're going to have. And then we're also going to trade it over to Scarlet and Violet and give it the gold bottle cap. So that's actually pretty wild. We got ourselves shiny Bulbasaur in 2 hours and 8 minutes. Wow. It just sneaks up on you. Like, I can't really be like crazy, like excited over that. Like my excitement level wasn't there. I'm just like, that green looks kind of different than the other green. And then poof, there it is. Okay, we should have an evolution here. Again, level 16 is when you get your Bulbasaur to evolve into Ivysaur, if you guys don't know anything about Bulbasaur. But I assume everybody probably knows at this point. It's almost got like a yellowish tint to it more than a green. But the colors were also very different back in the day too. But that was restricted from the 8-bit and the Game Boy stuff, right? But I think once we get it to home, I think that's where we'll probably end up leaving it here. All right, Ivysaur is evolving. We're going to get our shiny Venusaur for Generation 2. There we go. Shiny Venusaur. Congratulations. Your Ivysaur has evolved into Venusaur. I still can't believe we got it in 21 eggs. And I didn't even realize it was shiny when I found it. I was like, this is another Bulbasaur. I'm like, that's a different color. All right, so what we're gonna do here, we're gonna make a backup of our game save with the physical cartridge with the Game Boy Operator from Epilogue. Okay, to show you guys, this is the analog pocket. It is the device that allows you to play your physical game cartridges, and that is what we are using here today, is a physical Pokemon Crystal Cartridge from my childhood. So, just because I am crazy like this, I am double saving. I know you guys can't see what's on the screen right now. Okay. Cartridge is out. Now, the big question is, where did I put my USB-C cable? So, again, it's USB-C operated. You take your cartridge, you plug it in. Okay, so we are opening up the Epilogue software. Okay, so here is the Epilogue software that I use. This allows you to read your cartridge. So right now I'm clicking backup and save. And Venusaur.sav. And as you can see, it reads it and it saves it. So now I have the game save on the computer. So now what I have to do is I now have to take the game save and put it to the 3DS. I need the link for my save converter. Pokemon Crystal is very different when you have the game saves. You have to be able to convert it properly, and there's a bunch of different bits and stuff that you have to do with the actual cartridge saves to get them to work with the newer ones. I'll have a link to the save converter in the description of this video, so that way you guys can also convert them over if you guys have the same stuff that I do. So we are taking the game save and converting it to Virtual Console. Open, convert, save.dat. Okay, cool. So now I can take the save.dat and put it over to my SD card. Now I know you guys can't see this, and I apologize to you for that. Just give me one more minute here, and then I'll get the 3DS put onto the screen. Now, we are going to use a program called Checkpoint. And I think it was Analog Copy, I think. Hopefully that was the right save. So just to kind of put this in perspective, we're taking it from the Game Boy cartridge and we are putting it over to the Virtual Console so we can actually send this over through Transporter. So that's what we're doing right now. And it looks like it's going to work, so that's good. Just want to make sure it's actually in box number 1. Okay, Bill's PC. Oh yes, we have to change to box number 1. So I have one Pokemon in there. We have Venusaur right now in box number 1. And we have to have it in box number 1 so that way we can actually use the Pokemon Transporter app. So if we take a look, here is the shiny Venusaur. Doesn't look as good as it was on the analog, but the coloring and everything on the 3DS is all off, so that's fine. So, box number 1 it is. We're going to save. Yep. And then what we're going to do is we're going to send it through Pokemon Transporter to Pokemon Bank. And I know you guys can't hear any game audio or anything because I don't have that set up for that right now to capture my desktop. But that's okay. So here we go. Here's Pokemon Transporter. And I probably don't need to show this every time that I do like the shiny hunts or whatever. But as long as I can get it into Bank, that's really the main thing. Getting it to Home, that's also another big thing. But just so you know, every time I shiny hunt, these Pokemon are going directly into my Pokemon Home. And like I said, we're going to be using the Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet in order to get them with the proper IVs. We're going to use some bottle caps, and then we're also going to get some Gigantamax stuff onto it as well. So here we go. We're going to move the Venusaur over to Generation... this would be going from 2 directly to possibility of 6, I think it was. So right now it's in Pokemon Bank. So we're going to close this. And this should be in Pokemon Bank right now. And of course, we're going to use the Switch here in just a few moments. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. Angel, what's your take on current Pokemon games in terms of quality? Of course, these games are for kids, but still. Well, you know what? Yeah, they're directed towards kids, but you know what? I swear by these games. Like, all the new generations, I really like the newer generations. The only generation that I really despise was Generation 3. And I'll tell you, with Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, I really hated these games because I couldn't transfer the Pokemon from my Game Boy cartridges over to Generation 3. So it had a lot of... it had a very negative impact on me. Because I really, like, as a kid, I really connected with Generation 1 and 2. And the fact that I couldn't take them to 3 really upset me. Honestly, to the point where I almost quit back in the day. But you know what? My love for Pokemon really came through and I got back into it and so on and so forth. As you can see, it's something that I'm still playing to this day. But, you know, the newer generations, I really love the new generations. Scarlet and Violet, I love Scarlet and Violet. That story is by far one of the best Pokemon stories out there. And then Pokemon Let's Go, Sword and Shield, and Arceus and BDSP. I loved them all. Honest to God, I really did. I still do. I actually finished not long ago an LP of Let's Go. I did an entire LP, and honestly, I caught them all. I had a blast. BDSP, I played through. I know a lot of people are like, BDSP sucks and all that, but you know what? I really like BDSP. I really do. Arceus is really unique. Different mechanics. I really want to play through it again. I somehow lost my complete save for some reason. I don't know why that is. But anywho, yeah, love them all. I've probably played Scarlet and Violet probably about like 8 times fully through and with the Dex completion. So that just kind of tells you exactly how much I like Scarlet and Violet. So speaking of Scarlet and Violet, we're going to get our Switch here going. So just give me 1 second. We're going to swap things around here. I have to change my input on my capture device. So just give me 1 second here. I know there's a lot of shifting and moving and like no game audio and whatnot, but I promise you it'll be very, very quick too. So right now what we're actually going to be doing is we're actually sending the Venusaur through to Pokemon Home right now. Okay, so we are going to move to Pokemon Home. And then we are going to go find some max mushrooms. I want to get some max mushrooms on this thing to be able to Gigantamax. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about Gigantamax? Okay, we are going to go to move. Begin move. Okay, we are, I don't know if I should really show this, but okay, so I'm going to hide my Switch for a minute because I don't want any stream snipes. And I know you guys know what I mean. But I guess I need my I need my Switch so I can see the key. Okay, just a sec. F. I guess it doesn't really matter if I hide it or not, but I mean, at least if I input it first, no one else can re-input it. There we go. Okay. Oh my. Okay, let's get this back on. So, sit tight. Okay, communicating with the bank server, disconnected. Okay. So now with the Switch, I can actually hide the 3DS now. So that's good. So Pokemon Bank is done. We don't need Pokemon Bank anymore. So just to tell you, we have a copy in of this Venusaur in our Generation 2 game. So we still have it in Pokemon Crystal, but we've now been able to successfully put it into the 3DS and migrate it. Okay, so now we are going over to our Pokemon Home here. We're going to see if we can get that Venusaur out of here. Logging into home. It's just going to take a few moments. I'm pretty sure it's checking to see if the transfer has completed. Okay, moving preparation is complete. Why is there no game audio? It's really weird. Oh, yes, I know why. There we go. I have game audio now. I've muted it so I could watch the anime. Okay, now saving. Please do not close home. Okay, so now I can go into Pokemon Home. And I'm going to change it to... Oh, actually, we're going to Sword and Shield, if I'm not mistaken, because we want the max mushrooms. So there should be a transporter box. Oh, that's the Charmander. Here we go. Shiny Venusaur. Box 32. So let's take a look at this Venusaur here. Let's view its summary. Oh, I'm super big here. I gotta figure out a better method to show this. Okay, so where my face is, we've got the Game Boy mark. We've got shiny. We've got chlorophyll. And we have quiet is our nature. As you can see, I never fixed the time on my 3DS. It still shows 2011 from the Johto region. So that's cool. We are going to take this and we are going to change its moves. Let's take a look, see what it gets. It gets Petal Blizzard, Petal Dance. I think Petal Dance is probably the best. Let's give it its Sleep Powder. And we're going to give it Growth. And then we are going to give this... Oh, looks like Giga Drain's not available there. Interesting. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we're going to load up Sword and Shield. We're going to load up our Sword copy, and we're going to go and find 3 max berries. Not max berries. Max mushrooms. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. My brain is mush right now. We want to be able to move it. Check summary. Here is our shiny male Venusaur from Generation 2. And it's got chlorophyll. So that actually makes me pretty happy. Now, I think they were up this area last time. And of course, they're not going to be here now. Okay. Mushrooms might take a few moments to find, actually. Do you guys remember all the locations where the mushrooms are? Is that a shiny? No, that would have been nutty. Oh, here's one. We got one cluster. Oh, there's another one down here. That's 2 clusters. Now... Nope, nothing up in here. Man, that shiny Venusaur looks so good. Okay, just kind of take a look around just to see... Is there anything in here? I gotta find that mushroom. I just need one more mushroom, and then we can go to Scarlet and Violet. Okay, so here's a mushroom. That's good. We needed 3. So now we can get out of this cave. If I can turn around here. Yep, max soup. We're going to do Venusaur. Of course, here we go. So this is going to give him the ability to Gigantamax. Perfect. Next thing is we're going to use Dynamax candy. We're going to use 10 of those. If I can find where they are. And if we take a look at Venusaur now. It now has the little Gigantamax mark up at the very top. And then, of course, the Dynamax level is now full. So if we were to switch over to Scarlet and Violet, or send it to Let's Go, or send it to BDSP, whenever we send it back to Pokemon Home, it'll have the ability to Dynamax and everything if we send it back to Sword and Shield. Okay, so let's take Venusaur now. We're going to put it into the PC. And we're going to send it over to Scarlet and Violet. So much quicker this time. Love watching the whole process. Right on. I'm really glad someone does. Not a lot of people like watching the whole process. I can tell you that right now. Oh, I can't put him in there. Shoot. Venusaur. Okay, let's get Venusaur. And now... let's use... Do I have silver bottle caps this time? I think I can use silver ones. Oh, he needs to be level 50. Boo. Do I have anything to level this thing up? There we go. We're going to have a problem here when we do all the other ones. We're going to need some serious EXP candies. Okay. Here's Venusaur. We're going to select it. I have 54 bottle caps. So he's 3 IVs. We're going to Hyper Train. Now these regular bottle caps you can get from the Delibird Marts. So you can buy them there. Now let's see. Select. Oh, he's already trained. So we probably needed 3 bottle caps. Hyper trained, hyper trained, hyper trained. Amazing stats. And we got it to level 59. Okay. Cool. So now, if we take a look at these 2 Pokemon. Okay, so we've got our Venusaur and we've got our Charizard. So let's take a look here. Now, the only downside about Generation 2 Pokemon is that they're in Pokeballs. But, I mean, I'm okay with that. It just brings that nostalgia back to it. So, here is Venusaur. And of course, as you can see, the Terra type is Grass currently. And we are boosting special attack. We actually lucked out here. because I was actually going for special attack. However, it does lower its speed a bit. So, I mean, I might have to figure out how to get some different nature to it, but that's not too bad. It is a quiet nature. And we take a look at Charizard. Charizard was Adamant, Solar Power, and there is our shiny Gen 2 Charizard that we got there on the weekend, and our shiny Venusaur. So that is it here for today's stream, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. If you did, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and post your comments down below. The next stream that we are going to be doing is for shiny Squirtle, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to try to do that tomorrow, as long as I've got the time to do it. So if you guys enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up, post your comments, and I will see you guys all in the next stream. All right, peace out, guys.